Number 10, Mexico, with estimated population in 2022 about 126 million people. North America's third largest country is the second most populous nation on the North American continent and the most populous Spanish-speaking country in the world. It may come as a surprise, but Mexico is also the country with the third highest Christian population in the world, 92.4%. Number 9, Russian, with estimated population in 2022 about 146 million people. The population figure includes the Russian-occupied Crimean Peninsula. The largest nation in the world is a transcontinental country situated in Northern Asia and Eastern Europe. More than 80% of the country's population are ethnic Russians. About 2/3 of Russia's inhabitants live in the European part of the country. The official language is Russian. Religious practitioners in Russia are 15 to 20% Russian Orthodox and about 17% Muslim. Russia has a large population of non-practicing believers and non-believers, a legacy of over 7 decades of official atheism under Soviet rule. Number 8, Bangladesh, with estimated population in 2022 about 168 million people. Bangladesh is situated in the Ganges-Brahmaputra Delta, between India and Myanmar. The country covers an area just over half the size of the United Kingdom, making Bangladesh the most densely populated large country in the world. Islam is the state religion. Number 7, Brazil, with estimated population in 2022 about 214 million people. Brazil is the largest and most populous country in South America and the second most populous country in the Western Hemisphere. It is also the country with the second highest Christian population in the world, with 65% Roman Catholics and 22% Protestants. The spoken language is Brazilian Portuguese. Number 6, Nigeria, with estimated population in 2022 about 217 million people. Nigeria is a country in Western Africa. It is the most populous nation in Africa and has a consistently high population growth rate. More than half of the Nigerian population is Muslim, 53%, predominantly Sunni. 45% of the population belongs to different Christian denominations. Number 5, Pakistan, with estimated population in 2022 about 230 million people. The Islamic Republic of Pakistan is the world's 5th most populous country, the 3rd most populous nation in Asia, and the 2nd most populous Islamic country. 6 major ethnic groups live in the country. The largest ethnic group is Punjabis, 45%. About 96% of Pakistan's population is Muslim. Number 4, Indonesia, with estimated population in 2022 about 275 million people. Indonesia is the most populous island nation, the most populous Islamic country, and the most populous sovereign state in maritime Southeast Asia. Number 3, US, with estimated population in 2022 about 334 million people. US is the most populous country in all of the Americas. It is also the country with the largest Christian population in the world. 65% of Americans today identify themselves as Christians. California is the most populous state in the US, with 39.5 million people. Number 2, India, with estimated population in 2022 about 1.4 billion people. The country, also known as Bharat, is the 2nd most populous country in Asia and the world. There are hundreds of ethnic groups in India. India's constitution recognizes 22 different languages as official. In Hindu society, the ancient caste system is still at work. Number 1, China, with estimated population in 2022 about 1.45 billion people. The Middle Kingdom in East Asia is the country with the most inhabitants in the world. About 90% of China's population is Han Chinese. There are more than 50 recognized ethnic groups in China. The largest are the Uyghurs, with about 10 million people.